Everybody, this is Marshall Townsend. Welcome to the Growing Leadership blog. This is blog number 15, and today we're going to talk about referrals. Every Thursday I have a BNI meeting, which is Business Networking International, and and I love the group because this is an opportunity for me as a business coach to be able to meet with business owners all throughout the Treasure Valley here in Idaho, and provide connections and be able to work with referrals between the members of my chapter and members with other chapters. One of the things I get to do every week is I am currently the educational coordinator for my BNI group. And that means I get to give a 3 to 4 minute educational moment every meeting. Now, today's topic that I talked about this morning was referrals. And referrals are a very key element of any sort of group like this, because the object is not to have a leads group, but to have a referral-based organization, because referrals are of so much more value than a lead. Well, I tell you, and there's a big question. Well, what's the difference between a lead and a referral? Well, a lead, for example, is I meet somebody who says, "Hey, I've got a business, or I've got a job interview tomorrow morning. I need to get my hair cut today." And I go, "Oh, my personal barber," who I don't really have. Obviously, I don't have a personal barber. But if I had a personal barber, I would say, "Hey, well, I've got a lead for you. Here's a phone number to my barber." And that's it. That's a lead. I gave him a lead to a place of business. But that's all I've done. And that gets us nowhere in reality, because what is the comfortability of this person now is going to take that number and call that? Well, they might. But if it comes to other types of businesses, like my real estate, maybe my banker, my insurance team, when I make that type of lead, I just pass them a number. It really just kind of, it doesn't take it up to the level of referral. And that's why I really like what Dr. Ivan Misner has done with BNI and the referral business is he's laid out the 5 different levels of referrals. And let's take a look at those. Starting with level 1. Level 1 is it sounds kind of like a lead, but you've gone one step more. I've passed to the individual the phone number of my barber. And then I've called my barber and pass the phone number of the person who's going to make the contact information of the person that's going to call him. So I let him know, my barber know, that Joe's going to call. And I've let Joe know who to call. That's a referral. I've connected both of the ends to the middle. But that's only a level 1. And I see that happening a lot because that's easy to do. It's quick. Boom. Here it is. Level 2 is I've gone a little bit step up, and I've now, not only have I given them their phone number, I've passed them a business card. In the back of my notebook that I carry, I have business cards from people that I often refer to. So I can now turn and do a level 2 referral, hand them a business card that they can physically walk away. It's a connection. Or on the internet, I can send them a link to be able to make an appointment with that person or that company or that organization. Basically, the difference between level 1 and level 2 is I've gone another step and added something tangible to the conversation where the person I'm referring has something. And then at the same time, if this person has a business card, I may take that business card and give it to, in this case, the barber and say, this person is going to contact you. So I've taken it up a level. Other than just passing information, I'm now passing tangible tools of connecting. Number 3, and oh, by the way, each one of these steps is cumulative. So as we go up, each of the prior levels have happened. So I've given them a name, I've given them a contact information, a business card. Now I'm going to add to that a testimonial. I'm going to tell them how the service helped me. I'm going to tell them about the service. That is a level 3 referral, is I've included a testimonial. So I've actually, began the buyer's journey already for both sides, for the client and for the customer and the business. I've started by giving a testimonial how and what I think about the company, right? So that means when the connection's made, the new client or the customer has something to go on going in the door beside it. They don't feel like it's just a cold call going in. I also, at the same time, like we said, I've shared that information at both sides of the connection. Level 4, you make a personal phone call and set up a meeting. See, this is an example. I'm doing a one-to-one at a coffee shop, and the person says, "Hey, I've got a business appointment tomorrow morning. I am in a desperate need of a haircut. I'm, a job interview. I need that haircut." Okay, let me call Joe. I've got his number right here. Let's call him and set up an appointment with him right now. And I call Joe. "Hey, Joe. Hey, this is Marshall. I've got so-and-so here that wants to set up an appointment. I'm going to put him on the phone." Boom. I've passed him the phone. That's a level 4 referral. I've made a connection to both ends. Okay. Level 5. Level 5 is taking it just a little bit more than that. In this case, instead of helping them set up an appointment, I set up a meeting between the two individuals, of which I attend that meeting. Now, that sounds a little awkward for the barbershop analogy, but let's say if it was with my banker or with my real estate agent or with my insurance, or instead of setting up a meeting and sending them on their way, I make a point to tell both sides, I'm going to have a meeting with both of you in attendance and introduce you to each other. And that means I'm putting a lot more energy into this referral. I'm putting a lot more into establishing this connection. But that's a level 5 referral. Now there's a BNI slip. It looks like this, right? I don't know if you can see it. And it has a little thermometer on I got to go to the other side. The little thermometer on there that says 1 through 5. In the past, I always thought 1 through 5 meant, the top one was a hot referral. And at first I thought maybe they were talking about my looks. Marshall's a hot referral. And the answer is, of course, no. But I also thought it meant that this person is ready to buy right now. This person's ready to buy. That makes them hot. And that makes them a level 5. And the answer was no. That doesn't make them a level 5. No matter how much that client needs to buy or needs to service, if I don't do the other steps to raise it up to a level 5, I have to if they really need that haircut and I just pass them phone number, it's no matter how much they needed the haircut, it's still a level 1. So I've got, as the referrer, to be able to put more energy and more intent into this connection. And what I've learned is that the more work that I do as a connector, the easier, I don't know if that's but the more likely the connection is going to happen on the other end, on the buyer and the seller's side. So if I've put the work in all the way to make it a level 5, one of the things I talk about in my sellers program, I have the 21-day sales challenge, and in my 10-day networking challenge, is taking the customer on a buyer's journey. And if you're taking it on a journey, you've got to meet them, you've got to inform them, you've got to tell them what you do, introduce them to your service, how it add value to you, how they benefit from your service. You got all that going on to get to a point where the customer wants to engage with you. By doing a level 5 referral, I, as the referee, have introduced them into the buyer's journey further down the journey. I'm not bringing them in at level 1 at the first introduction. I've taken them in deep into the buyer's journey by doing the testimonial, making the physical connection, and then introducing them in person. That generates a much better opportunity for the company to be able to close a sale or to support and add value to that customer. So the more work I put in as a referrer, the better the opportunity the other end. If I just hand out pieces of paper, boom, 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 there's a referral. That's a level 1, maybe a level 2, no testimonial, so I'm a level 2. It's much harder for the client or the person that you're referring to the customer to make that connection and complete a sale. If that makes sense to you, does it? All right. So the more work that you put in as the referring, as the connector, the better the connection. Bottom line. Well, today was a little bit more into the details of doing referrals, connecting. I like the little slip because I carry those in my notebook so that I can do referrals on the fly. And what I like about it, here's what I like about it. It has 3 pieces of paper on the referral slip, right? 1, 2, 3. Top one, I pull that off and give it to the person. Here's the contact information. Attach a business card to it if necessary. Here's their contact information. Then I've got the pink one, which I can then use the next time when I go see the person I referred to, pass the contact information on. So it gives me a reminder that I've got to go see Joe here and tell him about Sam or whoever that I've done a referral to. And then the third one is I can save that for myself, or so that I remember and follow up on that referral. Be able to go to both sides and say, how did that work out? Good or bad? Because I want to know. I want to know the experience. When I'm doing a referral, I want to know what the experience is that both sides have out of that. That's important to me because I want to add value to them. And if I've done something wrong in here and it didn't add value, I want to know that. I don't like to blindly just refer people because I know a business name. I saw an ad in the newspaper. I saw something on TV. I saw an internet advertisement. So now I just refer people to them and never follow up. No, that's not good. That's not good. I want to know. So that's my memory notice to myself. Follow up on that referral. All right, guys, that was today was Growing Leadership blog number 15 on referrals. So we come back tomorrow to Friday. It's coming up. We've got Leadership Game Friday where we're going to roll the dice and we're going to put me on the spot and have me answer one of the cards from the leadership game, from the John Maxwell team's leadership game, live on the air. And we can see how good I am at being able to discuss like your company and your employees in the company would have to do when we're doing the leadership game with them. All right, guys, have a good day. Have a good Thursday. Bye now.